Rap Radar Podcast, Elliot Wilson.
B-Dot.
B-Dot, what's up, baby?
Feeling good, man.
Yo, we in So Def Studios, man.
You know what it is.
Y'all know what this is.
Y'all know what this is. Yeah, I just recently got that. I'm sorry if I blew my introduction. But I definitely just got that drop on one of my records.
Because JD and Currensy are making the goddamn music together,
Come on,
man.
man.
JD, Jermaine Dupri, Currensy.
Yeah.
I think this is one of the most highly anticipated albums of the year.
I'm honored.
Because them damn Instagram snippets, and they played us like 4 songs, before we sat down. And like, man, JD, what's going on, brother? You seem like extra rejuvenated and like this guy. Like, how did this come together?
I don't even know what that means, actually. Like, I don't know what that means. I think, like, I don't know. I mean, that's what I do. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I mean? I don't know,
This what he been doing. Maybe other people rejuvenated.
Yeah.
Maybe other people is rejuvenated.
My bad. You stay.
Nah, I'm saying, you know what I did? I thought about it because, like, I have seen people reacting the way they acting, and they keep acting like, I think rap has become so popular and so big that niggas don't think it's other music out there, right? Because, you know what I mean? Like, people be hitting me like, damn, I didn't know you make beats like this.
Wow.
And I'm like, wait a minute, you missed Ari Lennox record, you missed this, you missed all these other records that happened over the last year. You missed these records, or so I started realizing that people probably not listening to nothing but rap music. So, I think that's where that reaction is coming from, I think. So people don't, if I don't make no rap project, then people like.
So maybe that's that, like you played one song where you started the song off and you spitting bars. Like, so you back in the rap world where you like really like stating your shit. I think that's inspiring.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, that's where I come from. I mean, we got a million records. We be in here making records every day. That's just what I do. But I'm also, a R&B king, right?
Hello.
Some kind of way.
Hello.
Which is it's interesting, but it's weird that people don't be like, they only see rap now. Like, if you ain't making no rap records, it don't seem like people be even knowing you make music. To me, anyway, because I made, because I made a bunch of albums last year.
Yeah.
Or not a bunch of albums, but I made albums last year. And it just put, just to see people be like, and I mean, I think people was really in the midst of this when the Division record came out, and they had everybody talking about, if I get caught, and it was like a viral thing.
Exploded.
But I still don't know that people honed in on, oh, he made that. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's because R&B producers don't necessarily have like a thing about them. Like, they don't stand out and be a star too next to the artist. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they're
like,
told to put it back.
You don't know who did it. You know what I'm saying? Celine Dion, whoever, you don't know who's pressing the buttons unless the motherfucker, you know what I'm saying, do it. Like, you and Mariah have shit to where there's no, as you were involved. You know what I'm saying? But
Jermaine was kind of the first to step to the
for
forefront
the most
and claim
part,
it.
you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not what happens in rap. The motherfucker right there with him, you know what I'm saying? So you know, like, oh, nah, dude did this beat, and it's the way they do those drops. Like, the R&B records don't, you know what I'm saying? A lot of the shit, like, you don't have a fucking big tag in the front of shit. That motherfucker gotta find out you did it. You know what I'm saying? So that's
Speaking of tag, though, you said you was amped when he put that. Y'all know what this is. Finally, on one of the joints y'all did together, right?
I literally thought I was listening to another record. I was like, this some other song, like somebody else song, dude. I knew.
Wait,
and I ain't gonna lie, that
the first time you thought y'all know what this is? You remember the first time you said it? Where it came from?
Yeah, I think the first time I did it where people actually paid attention to it was on Grills with a Nelly record. When I did it on a Nelly record, but I always did it as like I did it all like a whole monologue in the front. Like, you know what I mean? We're gonna start an epidemic with this. Y'all know what this is. And I said So Def after it. I just start taking that off and just start just saying, y'all know what this is right before the beat drop. And, people be looking for it. I get tired of the shit and be like, I'm not doing that on this song. Right?
He hadn't done that shit one time on the whole project, nigga. I'm sitting in there like, is this shit coming up? Because bro would have said that shit by now if this shit was for real, you know what I'm saying? He said it 2 days ago.
That's even crazy too. Like people don't feel like it's real till I say that.
Right.
Yeah, it's a stamp. It's that stamp.
Nah, for sure. I was sitting right next to you like, nah, bro, just being nice because I said his name on the Harry Fraud record.
Yeah,
he just don't know. He don't know how to say thanks, so he just like, you know what, bro, come rap on.
So that's where it started. You made a record, Jermaine Dupri. B-Dot says he helped put you guys together. Is that true?
I want executive producer
honestly,
credit.
He did?
Yeah, he definited did. Yeah, bro. Because
Look
I didn't even
Look at that, connecting the
He makes
dots.
bad lists, but he does some good things, right?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
So what happened, B? What did you do?
No, so this partnership started from Collection Agency, right? You had a record called Jermaine Dupri, and you know, when the album dropped, I was like, yo, this joint is fire.
That's a list I made. Yeah. He waved the banner for that project all fucking year long. He would not
Jermaine
shut
Dupri
up
was the best song
about
in
that
album.
shit.
Yeah.
And that's how I know that's how I called this out. Like that's how he even knew that it happened. And
so I had sent Jermaine a DM on Instagram like, yo, Currensy has a song named after you called Jermaine Dupri. And then Jermaine's like, word? And then the rest is history.
Yep.
For real?
Look at that.
Based on a true story.
And all I wanted was a beat. When he hit me, I'm like, dog, just sing. He's like, no, just come on, let's just do a whole thing.
But why did you decide to name a song inspired by Jermaine?
Because I was inspired by Jermaine.
You had a line that said...
And watching MTV Cribs, and bro was walking them through the garage, and he went to the fucking... You had a Turbo
JT?
R or a Continental T.
Continental T.
In his garage, and motherfuckers didn't have that. And then he fucking drew a line in the sand. It was like, if you don't have one of these, you're not a big dog. So you have to stop saying that. Everybody said there's a big dog. They don't fucking have this, you know what I'm saying? Drew the line. With the 5X Donald Duck iceberg.
Yeah, that was a moment.
And I was like, that's what I would be doing if I had that bread. Like, that's crazy. I hope that I could get some shit like that.
I gotta credit Jermaine. I feel like the first time I came to Atlanta was a press junket when you was rolling out the album Money Ain't a Thing, Life in 1472. I remember coming to your house and you had like you had all the rap magazines and then you had the Rob Report. Yeah. I didn't even know what the fuck that was.
See?
I was like, Jermaine's, that's a different level. Like,
That's so
that's
wild.
why I learned about it. Like I was like, he had the rap magazine, he had the Rob Report. I didn't know what that was.
Right.
Yeah.
So when you heard the record, Jermaine, what did you think about it?
Huh?
When you heard the record, Jermaine Dupri, what did you think?
I was bugging because I'm like, damn, a nigga made a song, name me, right? Like that's not every day, and that's not something that you actually, I be saying things that I want to see happen in my career, and even when I was younger, but I never thought about that. Like I never thought I'd make somebody else on their album be a song on somebody else's album. So I was like I said, when you sent it to me and I started checking it out, I was just like, damn. I gotta make a record with this nigga. Like, you gotta do something. It don't make, you know what I mean? Like, if it's the last thing I do, I gotta make a record with him just for that, because I feel like that, that's a stamp that, that means that, like you said, if I actually did that to him, that makes me understand at least what I did throughout this career that I had.
Yep.
So you flew down, like, what was the first meetings like, and why did the chemistry hit to, like?
Because dude was regular. Like, homie, like, dude normal, despite how many plaques you walk by. He's not fucking, he don't think he like, you know what I'm saying, on another planet and shit, bro, regular. Like, look you right now and everything just cool, and I felt that shit in a second. You know for sure, like, if you want to play ball with this nigga or not. You know what I'm saying? If you gonna pick him on, like, if you want to fuck with him or not. In seconds, you can tell, you know what I'm saying? And that's what it was. I think we did the same thing to each other within seconds, and it just was like, all right, and just stepped on the gas, like, just fuck it, it was on. Yeah, straight up. And then fucking the dog pound hit me up, Dads hit me, because they seen me in here smoking, and was like, nigga, we used to have to go in the bathroom to smoke, like, because dude didn't want nobody smoking in that bitch, like,
I remember that, right?
You broke through a barrier, my nigga, like, that's crazy. Yeah, fucking right.
Why you let him smoke, JD? Why you let him
Nah, I used to be, when you get a new studio, I mean, I've had this place for a while, so, but when you get the new studio, you kind of like, and I never wanted my studio to smell like weed. I just didn't at the time.
It don't smell like weed.
Huh? No, I don't. That's what I'm saying. I don't. But I thought I done been in a couple places where you like, damn, this shit.
I'm probably the only one come through who even gonna try it.
Nah, Brad.
Oh, well, yeah, come on.
Brad blow it down. Pause, yeah.
Dig.
But Spitta, you've done, albums with one producer in the past, like Alchemist, Continuous, Harry Fraud. What makes it different this time around?
It's nothing that we doing that's making it different, honestly. Like bro said, like this what he been doing, and this what I've been doing. You know what I'm saying? It's just, we just never had our shot. You know what I'm saying? That's flat out just what it is, bro. Like, and the fact that we so cool and the shit just so easy to do is just sounding. It sounds how it sounds, and the only difference is the reaction from my listeners, because they have never seen me on a level like that. Not to take nothing away from Al or nobody else, but like we live in the underground no matter how big we have gotten. You know what I'm saying? We still, it's that way. So for me to walk through this hallway to record, like, my listeners is like, damn, like, bro, like, on something else. So they tripping. That's what's making it like that. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of naysayers of mine who probably figured, like, somebody of his caliber wouldn't fuck with me, or wouldn't be able to find like what they could do with my sound, you know what I'm saying? So they shocked and they fuck with it too now, you know what I'm saying? That's the only thing. That's what's making the difference. People who didn't really fuck with me, fucking with it because of that, and they didn't know it was gonna be that dope. So they trying to apologize for being bitches forever. You know what I'm saying? So they just all like that. That's the difference.
It also seems like you're spending a lot of time in Atlanta, right?
Yeah, bro, cool. Like if I fuck with you, I'm gonna pull up and hang with you. It don't.
It's not like he's sending you beats.
It don't matter. We might not even do shit. You know what I'm saying? Just like if I could just come through and just kick it, I'm gonna just come through and kick it. So yeah, that's why. That's why. You know what I'm saying?
And it's almost like a movement you're building, right? You guys dropping an EP and then possibly another EP, right?
Yeah, no, possibly. There's too many records in there.
Yeah,
there's too many records in there. It's gonna be like 3 of them. I wanted to do a whole album. Nigga, I wanted to do All Eyes on Me. I wanted a double disc. Straight up. But like 3 days ago, bro dropped the bomb and was like, look, we just gonna drop now. I was like, all right. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you really gonna say? You know what I'm saying? I was like, all right, bam. So riding back to the spot, I thought about it. I'm like, nah, that shit cool, because just like when y'all heard the records y'all heard, motherfuckers like, play some more. No.
Yeah, JD said 4, that's it.
Yeah, so you know what I'm saying? That's what we gonna do to the game. When we drop that, they'll be like, man, y'all know y'all could have just went for the whole 14, 15. Like, nah, don't trip. It's coming in a minute. And then you take it upon yourself, create a playlist, you got the whole joint. And then we'll drop you 7 more. As needed. We'll just be in the airplane flying over, like, man, they're in trouble down there, and just drop something, you know what I'm saying? Just give y'all a little care package.
How'd you come up with that, JD?
I mean, first of all, let me say this. This is a real overall project. We gonna do a tour. We're gonna do the tour, and we're gonna go out and we're gonna do basically the 7 songs from the EP. And I just feel like the ADD that people have when they listen to music, it's so much music coming out, let's keep people thirsty. And I feel like, we started working on this last year, so we found
Never done nothing like that in my life.
Yeah, you like to do a record in a week and put it out.
Never done anything like that in my life. First day I hung with bro, I thought we were dropping the songs that we did that night. All the speakers cool as fuck. So I'm like, no, this shit sounds like it's fucking mixed and matched.
I got a song with Jermaine Dupri.
The way I work is, I posted this, these niggas waiting on this shit to drop at midnight, dog. And this man was like, oh no, this is how it go. And I'm like, what fuck, dog? You got a big ass autograph picture of Michael Jackson in your studio, so fuck it, you right, dog. I'ma wait, let's do what you talking about, my nigga. I ain't tripping, bro.
Yeah, so it's just, it's a overall thing where I feel like, we started working on this in the beginning, and I started seeing from like this Instagram social media marketing that I'm doing. Basically, I'm saying like, oh, this what y'all want. Oh, this what y'all talking about. Oh, okay. So then we start saying, oh, we should put this person on this song. We should put this person on this song. We should put this person on this song. And we start, so like part 2 is, it's gonna be featured out. I feel like, I feel like it's important for this part 1 actually has come to a space where it's just really the South. It's a real,
for sure.
You know what I mean? It's a real Southern record that I feel like the South actually needs. Like a record that has all the elements of hip hop. I'm scratching this samples, this, you know what I mean? There's all kind of things in there. I feel like the South need that just to continue to keep, doing what we doing. And I feel like the next record, the Nas, Ross.
Yeah,
I mean.
Yeah, we got some cuts.
Yeah, we got. We got all of these records that we. But it's just like, let's make sure y'all understand what's happening.
So on the first one,
before we bless you, like they make sure you love us for real.
The first one you have, but you have 2 Chainz and T.I. on the first one. Any other guests on the first one?
That's the first time T.I. got on one of his beats.
Wow.
Yeah.
How is that possible?
Yeah, it was his first time coming to the studio.
Wow.
That what he said. I was just here like, word.
Well,
that's
I mean,
cool.
I think like, T.I. always had Toomp and he had, he had producers. It's like, they're not really I'm not the guy that's like, hey, let me produce you. I'm trying to make my own projects, you know what I'm saying? I'm in here doing what I'm doing. Ain't nobody even paying no attention, right? If you see like, y'all here now, ain't not one of my people in the studio. It's all his people. And all my people like, what the fuck is JD?
I know, I ain't seen Usher. I ain't smoking no weed with a brat. I'm like, nigga, what's up? Like, you telling everybody to stay out this bitch because I'm coming through here? Like, it's all good,
they don't know what's going on. They don't know what, you know what I mean? They don't know what's happening at this point. And that's usually how I like to make my records. I like to do what I'm doing and whatever y'all doing over there, that's y'all. Then I come out and it's like, boom. Whoa, what the fuck? Where this came from? You know what I mean? So that's basically.
But that's the thing too. Like if you work with Jermaine Dupri, you're not sending nobody no beats. You got to come into your world and get down.
Yeah, but people don't understand.
And Bruh came in and went crazy. T.I. came in and went off. Went nuts.
People be wanting that though. They be wanting me to send beats, and I'm saying like, I be trying to explain to them like, if you hear, and we talk about it, and we figure it out, the records will come out way better. And I don't think people understand what way better actually means in hip hop right now.
What does that mean? What do you mean by that, though?
I'm just saying, like just now, like y'all heard 4 songs. Them songs ain't even mixed. They just rough.
Wow.
They just rough. Like wait till I mix these songs.
And they're way better. Wait till they become way better.
That shit gonna sound 100 times better than what it sound right now. And that's what I mean by way better. I don't even know if people care to get to the 100% better.
Do you think it's that they don't understand, like you're a real producer, the process of making music, what it really takes?
Nah, I just think that I'm vegan, right? So we was talking about this yesterday about how when vibes.
Let me figure out how to turn and let everybody know.
I'm gonna get to where I'm going. I'm saying I was telling him about. In hip hop, everybody talking about vibrations, right?
Somebody's phone. Turn the phone up.
Yeah.
Keep swinging.
Nah, it ain't mine.
That ain't mine?
Oh, shit, there.
Oh,
it's
there you
go.
Look,
you're supposed to turn it off. You told me to turn it off. You gotta turn it off. Hold on, you gotta turn it off.
You keep it always. You keep it always.
You gotta turn it off.
Yo, as soon as it went up, you was like,
he told me.
I was pointing at you the whole time.
Like,
every time we dinged, I was in the camera like.
Not me. You said not me.
I'm in here taking this shit serious. You know my phone off. My phone
So yesterday I was telling him that, I'm vegan, but I heard somebody say something that made me want to be even more vegan than what I actually am, right? And it's based on the fact that in hip hop, vibrations is like a word.
Like a buzzword.
Vibrate high, vibrate low. Make sure your vibrations is right?
Yeah.
Everybody saying this, and I'm like, when you eat a dead animal, you putting a dead vibration in your body, right? That's what that is. And I feel like that's the same thing with music. When you tell me to send the beat, whatever's in between me sending the beat and wherever you at, what's in between there is the energy that we gonna pick up, right? It ain't gonna be, you know what I mean? The beat, you might not listen to the beat on Friday and I sent the shit Friday morning, you don't get it to Sunday. That's that bad energy, because now you done made me feel like my beat wasn't popping and you ain't called me back. And knowing me, I'm gonna make 30 other beats and you're gonna be like, well, nah, I fuck with it. And I'm gonna be like, nah, I got another one, right? It's just gonna throw the whole energy off. So I'm just saying, I feel like if we talking about vibrations and everybody always talking about shit that happened in the past and how good albums work. Rick Rubin was in the studio with LL Cool J. You know what I mean? Dr. Dre was in the studio with Snoop Dogg. these Puff was in the studio with Big. You gotta be in the studio with each other. That's sending beat shit, that's cool. If niggas got so much money, why y'all sending beats? Just fly down and see a nigga.
Shit.
I'm just saying, I don't understand that. You like,
shit.
Send me a beat.
Well,
Fly to the studio.
as the nigga that flew down to see the nigga, that's some boss talk right there. I like that. You know what I'm saying?
Like, I don't really, I just feel like it's just it just don't.
But do you feel like that, Currency, like you're being really produced on this project in a certain way?
I've said that.
How does that feel like as an artist? Of your caliber with all the music you put out?
Yeah, it make me, I damn near forgot everything I did, because it's like, it feel like, right now I feel like I'm 19. Like, I'm like, damn, like, it's like I'm watching 5 Heartbeats. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, them niggas making it. Like, it's going down, like, for real. Like, it's like that. It's like that. It's me, though.
Niggas gonna be like, damn, now this is crazy. This nigga said 5 Heartbeats. This nigga said he vegan and he just talking about making beats.
Well, shit, I'm straight up. This is how I feel. Like, you know what I'm saying? When they was waking each other up in the bone bed, like, that's a song on and shit. Like, that. When that nigga said, y'all know what this is, I pictured my fucking band members from the Heartbeats waking me up. Nigga, I song on the radio. Like, that's what the fuck happened to me. I went all the way to that.
So does JD give you like constructive criticism on your verses? Like, what's the process like?
I ain't gonna lie. Motherfuckers don't do that to me and don't be like, do something again. But this nigga was like, you could probably say that again. And like, well, the nigga do got an autograph picture of Michael Jackson.
Go right to that.
Like, like, and it's like to him. It's not like he synced Michael Jackson or like, can you sign this? This nigga was like, you know, to you, bro, like to him. All that shit in there is to this nigga. So I'm like, all right, bro, I'm gonna go ahead and lay it again, dude. Fuck it, bro. Let's see it.
But he don't gotta be told. Like the thing about him is he know actually what. You know what I mean? He understand this space. He understand where we are right now. Niggas don't come to me to not get on the radio. Like, that just don't happen. Niggas don't come over here to be like, JD, let's make an underground album.
I kind of came to you and was like, I was thinking, let's just do my thing. You know what I'm saying? But you can't even control who you are. It's you. Like, I was like, here goes.
He gonna take us to the big stage.
Here's a lowrider song that I listen to in my lowrider, and my homies know about it. And this nigga flipped the sample into something that blew everybody brains out. And then he says, y'all know what this is on it. And I'm like, my nigga, this is a record that I really made for my call club to be like, yeah, you rapped on the fucking record. We like, it's like, oh, nigga, we about to fucking go to the moon behind that shit. But it's just, I don't know, 5 Heartbeats.
But it's not for the radio, though. Like, this is not for...
It wasn't like, I didn't say that.
Yeah.
I didn't say that, but he can't control what the fuck he do. That's why I say, you know. That's why my listeners so excited. Yeah. They knew that I was gonna step in shit
to the big stage.
There was no way that I could be in here and some shit like that not happen.
But you don't want that, do you? Because you had a...
I do enjoy being able to just kick it. But I see the monetary value in being on that platform, and I think I've been me for so long, that shit ain't about to happen. I still gonna be able to go to Walmart and get my socks and my undershirts and fucking go to AutoZone and get tire wet because everybody know me already. Like, man, bro ain't even on this shit. Like, y'all knew me already and wasn't even bothering me because I wasn't lit. So don't fuck with me now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's all good. Let me get my groceries, my nigga. It's good. You know what I'm saying? That's it. And I think I'm still gonna be able to slide, but I'll have like way more lowriders. Like, you know what I'm saying? More Rolls Royces and stuff. I've already been thinking, like, what do you say in plural? Like, how do you handle that? Like, geese? Like, is it Rolls Reese?
Rolls Reese?
Does that mean I have 17 of them? Like, what do I do? You know what I'm saying? I only have 2, so I had to think about it. But I'm like, well, this is going to send me into another bracket. So I need to say, like, figure out what I have to say when I have that many of them.
Yo, JD, did you know he had this personality? Like, when you first...
Nah, not totally, but I'm saying once, like, being around him, I see it. I know.
That's how we got cool, bro. It was like, oh, man, like, you funny? Nigga, you funny? You cool? You know movies? Like, that's what the fuck was happening, like, within the day. And I'm like, nah, this my dog. Like, it's good, bro. Like he's not outside.
Yeah.
Like the nigga is legit. He in there. You know what I'm saying? So it was cool.
But it has to feel good, JD, to get kind of back into the rap space because you had so much success on the R&B front over like the last year, right?
Nah. Well, I mean, listen. I wanted you to say this.
Okay.
You set it up for me to get this out. First, I want to say this. I want people to understand. I am the first nigga from the South, period, from the entire South to have a record with Hov. The entire South. Let's be clear.
I flew out for that. Money ain't a thing.
I am the only, the first rapper from the South.
That's true.
The entire South. North Carolina, I don't give a fuck, Florida, wherever y'all talking about.
It was so big, everything was so big, people just didn't even liken you to a region, bro. You was just a fucking thing.
We have to, we gotta make sure people understand that because what he's saying is, people, they be forgetting that. Like, my first single was with Jay-Z.
Your song.
My song. How weird is it for me to be sitting with you if my first single is with Jay-Z? Like I'm saying, you see what I'm saying? It's like,
money ain't a
this
thing.
the world I live in. I live in a world where I'm like, damn. Like, when I sampled Hov for the Division record, I seen niggas like, yo, how Jay-Z let JD clear that? I'm like, what? This my man. I talked to him like, this my man. Like, but I'm saying at the same time, people forget, like, oh, this nigga is the first nigga from the South, a place where y'all thought rap wasn't supposed to come from, to have a record with the greatest rapper alive.
True.
Your record.
My record.
Right. But I mean, in recent years, like Ari Lennox, Division, you've had like, you know, you're doing your thing on the R&B front.
I'm not. By the way, I'm not saying that. I want to make sure people understand where I come from.
Right.
Jermaine Dupri first single was Money Ain't a Thing. That's the first record on my album.
Yeah.
Everybody else shit is whatever, but my album, I didn't come out with no Mariah Carey record. I ain't come out with no Usher record. I came out with a straight rap song.
Yeah.
Right? And niggas throwing money in the video and all kind of shit, crashing Porsches, everything rap shit, right? And when people say that, I'm like, damn, do y'all not know me?
And that record,
you don't.
Can you
You
move the video?
don't know me. That's what it is.
no, but B-Dot's a kid that grew up listening to Hot 97. I saw another interview you was saying how like people take for granted now that like back when I was coming up, we didn't hear Southern rap on the radio. You heard this East Coast rap. And then your records, and then we hear the Bone Crushers and the Young Bloods and all that. Like, talk about that, like the impact of like how you went out to make sure that Atlanta was heard on like those airwaves at that time.
I mean, like when I said that, I think people. By the way, Hov called me on this when I said this about me saying that I made New York play Southern music, and what I meant by this was that as far as a record company, as far as a label coming to New York and getting in the streets of New York and running around and making sure that our records was heard just like Dipset or anything else that was out there.
Yeah.
No other company from the South that had ever done that. Not at the time that I did it, right? I mean, this is New York before Star Tenders and all of this. The only strip club in New York was Sue's Rendezvous, way up in the Bronx, right? And everybody was like, JD, why you want to go up there? And I'm like, they get naked. It's like Atlanta. I'm trying to do what I'm doing. And I even had a party there where I had Atlanta versus New York, and I brought the girls from the Gentlemen's Club to New York. And if anybody's watching this that understands and remember what I'm talking about, you got to remember at this time in New York on Hot 97, Southern rap was like, yeah, DJ might play it, Flex might hit a song, somebody else might hit a song in they set, but in the rotation of daily radio,
you would not hear it.
You never heard nothing from the South. And I'm saying, like he said, nobody ever said anything about me. I think I passed through because I wasn't really like trying to push that in people's face, but at the same time, I was the first guy on the radio, heavy. I remember when I made Money and the thing, I sent it to Clue, And all I wanted, I felt like how he saw my tag. And, you know, you gotta think I've been listening to Clue forever. I'm a hip hop junkie. And he put Money Ain't a Thing as first song on his tape.
On the mixtape,
It's a big thing.
And I was
big.
like,
Yeah,
oh,
huge.
shit, right? I got the first song on the Clue tape.
Yeah, big deal.
By the way, a nigga from the South with the first song
First
on
time
the Clue
ever.
tape.
Come on,
right?
come on.
That's all I'm saying. It's like,
on.
I want people to understand who I am. That's who I am. That's where I am. I just know how to do that other shit good.
But you're also celebrating 30 years of So Def being in business this year.
Yeah.
First record, Escape Coming At You, that came out in 1993. How does it feel being 30 years in the game, officially?
It feels unbelievable. How can I say unbelievable? It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. It doesn't really, it don't actually feel real, right? Because I don't actually feel like, first of all, I don't even know how I'm the same age as hip hop. Because I thought that I could have swore that hip hop started before I was even thinking about rapping. So I'm not really even clear on this 50th thing. I'm not. I don't understand it because I'm like, I know Rapper Delight came out before I was even thinking about rapping. The breaks, all of that shit.
79, 80, yeah.
All that shit came. I didn't start rapping till like 86. I know all of this happened before me. So I'm still like, what is the figuration of 50? But anyway, to answer your question, so when I'm looking at that, I'm like, damn. So I started my company 20 years after the genre that we all love. And then I'm also saying, damn, I started my company 10 years after Thriller. Thriller's 40.
Wow.
And I'm like, that's the stuff I'm paying attention. I'm like, I don't even think I was even close to Thriller back then. But I guess I was. What's happening? But so that's the stuff I'm looking at. I'm like, it doesn't feel real.
He has a Michael Jackson autograph. I don't know if you know Currensy. Let's talk about the project, man. The So Jets, that first song you played. You said the fans put that together, right? The So Jets?
Yeah, as soon as we linked up, that was the first thing they were saying. That, like, this album should be called So Jets. This has to be called So Jets. And I figured, I was like, well, as an ode to them, because I saw it so many times. Like, no, y'all not gonna name the album for me. But I will let y'all know that I saw that shit, you know what I'm saying? So when they heard, I posted a clip of it, and when they heard that I was saying that on the record, everybody was happy. Everybody was like, I feel like I named it, I feel like I did this. And in a sense, all of you did, you know.
On that joint, JD, you talk about lists excluding people, man. Lists excluding people, man. Are you taking a shot at my guy?
He actually said this. This was a line that
it was in my verse.
It's in his verse.
But it struck a chord with bro.
But I seen it, I'm like, oh shit, like that. Yeah.
It does happen to us.
Yeah. I mean, you know, it's just like what we talking about. Like, I just don't understand. I really don't get how my hip hop presence be getting passed off. And I'm like I said, I never really try to like wave any flag, cause tomorrow I might be on an R&B album and not even talking about this record tomorrow. You know what I mean? That's just how I make records. We done now. He can ready to get on the flight after this interview. It's all marketing and PR and everything, you know, what we got to do for the record. At that point, my mind is what, you know, Usher's going back to Vegas. I got to, you know what I mean? I'm back in a whole different mode.
Yeah.
But I just be wondering from the mentality space, like, you know, we was just talking about this a minute ago. Like, at the time when Money Ain't a Thing came out, it's no record like that record. It's niggas still using lines from that song in 2022.
Fact.
You know what I mean? How many?
Yeah.
How many people have taped the chain reaction line that's in hip hop? I mean, I know it ain't my verse, but it's still my record.
Right.
It's my song.
You
know what I mean? So it's like how influential was that song to hip hop as a whole, right? Just period. And then like he talked about the Hate in the Blood record. By the way, these are my first songs. I had a song with Jadakiss and Freeway when they didn't like each other.
Fire.
Hating your blood. Yeah, that's true. They were beefing at the time. Yeah.
They was beefing and I made the song with them. And I ain't even realized they was beefing.
And it was called Hate Your Blood.
Hate Blood, right.
You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, like, you can't, these are, and I guess probably because I don't like, and that's why I feel like with this one, like I told him, I want to go on tour. I feel like, because even on Life in 1470, I didn't even go on tour. I just was like, I make records. I'm gonna stay in the studio.
You was back
I make
working.
records, I'm gonna stay in the studio. This is basically all I do. But with this one, I felt like because I went to his show. He was here in Atlanta, I went to his show, and he kept saying this to me, and I'm like, I'm trying to register this. And he's like, yo, you gotta come out. My people don't believe it's real. And I'm like,
wow.
What does that fucking mean? I go to every show. Like, what are we talking about? Like, how do they live in Atlanta and don't believe that I fuck with you, or I don't believe that it's real? So when he said that, I couldn't really understand it. But when I walked on the stage, I was seeing niggas' faces, and they was like, they looked like they seen a ghost. And that, by the way, that gave me a whole new jolt of energy for this project. I came from that show, and I start really like visualizing exactly what was happening. I'm like, oh, okay, so they don't feel like I fuck with you, then this project need a little bit more of me, right? And we gotta really get in there and
the
just
back
like,
and forth rhyming.
we gotta get in here, right? And I feel like in the process of that, it just started making more and more records, just more and more records. Like, we made a record last night where people is on the Instagram telling us, oh, now y'all making some music. And I'm like, now we making music?
Right.
And I had to say to him, I'm like, yo, are we making the record that niggas think we making? Or are we just making a record because we like it? Should we be making a record that
we
they actually
like
want?
it, but we like it, and we have a good judge of like the music climate of each other's worlds, and we true to ourselves. So in that aspect, everybody like it because of that. That's really what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, but we also without us saying it, because I don't tell him nothing about his verses. I just let him figure it out. If I come up with a sample or some high idea for a hook, I'll say, yo, this is what I think the song should be called. But other than that, he go in there, he do what he doing, and I start taking it, and I'm like, yo, you should make this part, we should do this, and we should do that. So we started on the song day before yesterday that felt like we was trying to make some New Orleans type bounce shit.
Yeah.
And I could tell that we was close, but we ain't had no cigar yet, right? And he was like, you know, you gotta take things out. And he was telling me, and I'm like, yo, if you don't, I really want to say, if you don't like the beat, you ain't gotta be nice. Just tell me, JD, fuck that shit, right? But he was like, JD, I think you gotta take things out. And then he said, because we was trying to figure out this thing about how, like, New Orleans, they put this beat under every song. They put Anita Baker on the bounce of New Orleans, like, and most of the time the artists record the way they record, then the DJs put it on there. So we almost trying to make the record in that way, and that's how he wrote the rap. And I kept saying to myself, we trying something that feels like a science project right now. Like, we trying to do something that probably ain't really where it's supposed to be, right? And I think we both felt it. So then the next morning, he posted a video, and I'm watching the video, and I was getting ready to call him, and he called me like, JD, this is what we need to do. And we came to the studio, and that shit came out. I'm talking about flying colors, right? And it wasn't him talking about I need to take nothing out. He came in this motherfucker, laid that shit down, and shit went crazy. Mind you, I had
It ain't
fucking...
but 4 seconds of that bitch on the internet. They acting like nigga dropped the whole record on
Is that the one with the Get the Gap?
Yes.
Get the Gap.
Like, talk about that song and the importance to New Orleans, the original song. And
Yeah, like I was telling them, like, that was pretty much how I even found out that we could make raps in New Orleans. You know what I'm saying? Because everything I heard came from somewhere else. So then I was like, oh, like we could do this, and they'll play this on the radio, even though we from here, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit was crazy as a child to see that, because it was Michael Jackson, LL Cool J, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the motherfuckers I knew. And I was like, oh, like, this, like, I seen this dude, you know what I'm saying? That shit was crazy. And that, I think everybody had that idea, but they were older than me, so then that's how you end up with all this, like, UNLV and all them people, like, when Cash Money first started and all that shit, like it was they were already ready to get into it, so this shit was crazy, bro. Everybody was waiting to get into music, and then motherfuckers heard Get the Gat and was like, oh, all right, we can make this shit at the crib. We can do this shit.
You say discovered the Essence Fest? That's the first time you ever heard?
Huh?
You didn't know about
I heard. My first time hearing it was at Essence. When we performed at the Essence Fest, I went to the club and I heard it, and I'm like, you know, as soon as I hear different beats, I'm like, what the fuck? What is that, right? And I be trying to like decode the beat, cause I'm like, I heard this before.
Yeah, that motherfucker know where everything came from.
I heard this beat before, and I'm like, where is this beat coming from? And I showed him yesterday where the beat came from. The beat come from Dear Yvette. It's LL Cool.
I couldn't believe Get the Gat just wasn't the homie from New Orleans just fucking doing that shit. That nigga played LL Cool J. I'm like, damn, bro.
Yeah.
And he like a file cabinet. That mother like, no, I got this. Just got it. Crazy.
Growing
bro.
up in New Orleans, Currensy, who did you listen to? Outside of like
Out like that was from the city?
Yeah, outside of the city or just
outside,
in general.
Well, Slick Rick was cool, Snoop was cool. In the city, I was listening to UNLV. They was super dope.
Right.
Yeah, cause they had three members, but each of them was like different. So you had one nigga that was like smooth and cool, and I felt like I was him. Then they had one nigga that was like snatching chains and shit.
Yeah,
it was wild, you know what I'm saying? Like, but it was cool. That we was telling him what it meant Uptown niggas living violent. I played him some UNLV records the other day. I told him what that
That's
shit
a crazy name.
Yeah, well, I mean that was our NWA.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah,
that was our NWA and shit. Yeah.
And before you guys connected, were familiar with some of his music, JD?
Yeah. I mean, I heard him rap a bunch of times. And it's like I said, I listen to so much rap. I listen to, just music, period. I be listening to everything. And just trying to like, just try to keep up, even like new stuff that's coming out. Like even like the Larry June record you was telling. Like I heard that when I was getting my hair cut, like, and I was like, damn. And I almost was like, I'm gonna change the beat. But
I'm glad you said that because, like I told him, that's actually my brother, and just like with Wiz, like that happened so much that we do it on purpose because it's like, I wasn't around you at that time when you did that, but I'd have fucked with that. And nigga just do the shit too, and it ain't even no thing, cause we like the same niggas. Like
using the same sample.
What's the Larry June song called?
Part 2. It's on Spaceships in the Blade.
Yeah, it ain't no
But
thing.
yeah, I was listening, and I ain't
and
know.
they different.
Yeah, they different.
By the way, I wasn't up on him. I just heard, I was
mine.
getting a haircut. My barber was playing his record, and I'm like, yo, turn that up. And I'm listening, I'm like, damn. And I ain't tell barber, I'm like, damn, this nigga got the same sample. But
nobody was really speaking to it though, because I expected more people I expected to have to tell people, like damn near in my comments, like nigga, that's my brother, like we know, but nobody it ain't even happening.
But it's sped up. His version is faster than ours, and it's a different bounce.
It's a different feel.
Yeah.
But I also, like I said, I felt like it was a time in hip hop where it was 3 hot records that was the same beat. It was Ashanti, Foolish, Biggie record that she got it from, but Big L had it before Biggie got it, right? So it's like, everybody got a little piece of the
barge thing. Yeah.
And they wasn't even family like that. This family, it ain't no thing. All they gonna do is match. They gonna slow his shit down to match ours, or speed this one up to match that one in the party.
But you were saying like how you mind JD's production, you could take like a flip or underground sample and it sounds big. Like what do you think about that sound?
Shit. Yeah, exactly. That's what he did. That's what he do though. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I say he can't help what he do. It's just the caliber of work that he put out. So you reach him fucking a telephone dial, the sound of that, he probably, he's still gonna put Alicia Keys on that bitch and it's gone, you know what I'm saying? So fuck, what you gonna do?
Word. JD, you're also working on a documentary, the Freaknick documentary, right?
Yeah.
How's that coming along? For someone that hasn't experienced Freaknick like myself, can you explain the significance of that event?
That's the biggest I guess hurdle is to try to make sure that y'all that didn't experience Freaknick feel the energy that was actually in the city. Because in Atlanta right now, I'm not sure that 5,000, 6,000 black people can go to Piedmont Park and there's no violence. I'm not sure that would happen. I'm not sure that would happen in anywhere in the United States. But Atlanta at this time was the place where people from other places where that was where it couldn't happen at, they was coming to Atlanta where it could happen. And it was like the promised land, right? And so I was shooting in Piedmont Park, and I was actually telling people, like, in this section of the park, it was nothing but black people everywhere, right? It's just like Africa damn near. And you like, I promise, I'm like, yo, but I'm living here, so I'm not really understanding that that's what it, because I see this all the time. Yeah. But the fact that it was no violence and people was outside having fun and people was dancing and the music was playing, and it's just an energy that, I wish the city could get back. But at the same time, I wish every other city had this type of energy. So I'm just trying to make sure that comes through the screen. Because that's a hard thing to try to, recreate and duplicate, because the energy was just like, it was real.
Is it coming out this year or? Yeah,
it's gonna be out this year. It's coming through Hulu.
Oh.
Yeah. No, this is a go.
Wow.
Yeah, this is a real go. And I'm doing another one. I'm doing a Magic City documentary too.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So getting into the documentary bag.
What's the artwork for something like that look like?
What, for Magic City?
For the
Freaknik?
Yeah.
I think it's gonna look like probably
Is it an
like
actual shot? A screen grab from some vintage video? Or is it like?
It probably will be like the way the t-shirts, the bootleg t-shirts was fire during Freaknik. The dudes that was bootlegging, they had the craziest shirts, and they was like, cause they was pulling all the elements and putting it on the shirt. So like when I did the So Def Bass All-Stars cover,
yeah,
that's what we was trying to emulate, Freaknik.
Okay.
You see what I'm talking about?
Yep.
So that's basically what it's gonna feel like. That's what it's gonna probably feel like.
Do you have like archival footage from that time or?
Nah, not me.
Oh, okay.
The other thing about Freaknik is I was young, too young to be a part of Freaknik. Cause Freaknik, when it really popped off, I was only 19, so I wasn't old enough to get in the club. So I was only seeing Freaknik from a parking lot, pimping type of standpoint. I was out riding around in the streets and being in the traffic, so I know what the energy on the streets were. Inside the clubs, I didn't actually get inside the clubs till I turned 21, 22, 23 years old.
So you had records that were popping in those same venues that you couldn't even get into.
Yeah. It's been like that. Yeah. Yeah, it's been like that. That's almost how, like, I was saying this in the other interview about me and my style of production. While I make records the way I make records, and I write songs the way I write songs, because I was too young to know people. I was too young to even know to find an engineer. You know what I mean? I ain't have a car when I tried to make Crisscross, so I ain't even have no way to get around the city. I just had to sit in my room and write the songs. Like, if you want to get out, JD, you got to write this shit, because you ain't got no money. You know what I mean? And people don't actually believe that. People like, even that verse on that song, I see people keep saying like, JD, we like this verse, but you wasn't poor. And I'm like, nah, I wasn't poor. My mom worked like a slave. That's why I say this on the song. My mom had like 2-3 jobs.
Yeah.
And, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't poor, but I didn't have shit. You know what I mean? I didn't have nothing. You know what I mean? I put my first drum machine on layaway for $200. If you put a drum machine on layaway for $200, you don't got nothing. As far as I'm concerned. You got to put something on layaway for $200?
Right.
You don't have shit. That's how I feel. And that's what it was. So I was too young to have friends. I was too young to just have other people come around me like that. So I just was like, I don't really know nobody. I don't know no cameraman. I can't just get out and move around the city the way kids move around now. It just wasn't, I had to learn damn near everything.
Yeah. Speaking of moving, Currensy, you put your mom right across the street from you?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that's dope.
She just texted me. Yeah, she texted me on apparently the anniversary of the day.
Wow.
Dad got out of the crib.
So you and your mom live right across the street from each other?
Yeah, I'm eating good. I just wake up and walk straight to mom's crib. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, it's all good. Within like the first week, she told me, she was like, I feel like Scarface. Y'all gotta check my mom out. She's funny as shit, but she was like, yo, I'm just walking around in here. She's like, man, I feel like Scarface. I was like, damn, well, we did it then, you know? We straight, yeah. And she saw me the other day sitting outside, and she texted me, and she was like, that's living your life. You're like, you living your fucking life across the street. She's like, if you don't mind me cursing, she was like, and I'm very glad I could see you living your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's cool. And I always see her in the windows, like, looking out. She just, like, looking out, watching me wash cars and shit like that.
Damn cars.
She set. It's good, bro. It's super good. I think about it a lot. Like, you know, I could stop now, you know what I'm saying? Because she's straight. Like, straighter than I had ever really imagined. I figured just getting her a car all the time was cool, or, you know what I'm saying, just giving her shit, but nah, she's super straight.
Yeah.
She's straight, yeah.
So that has to be like one of the most gratifying parts of your career.
Yeah, that's it. That's the one. That's what I did everything for. You know, outside of that, it's taking, you know, I'm lacing my son, you know what I'm saying? But it's not about me. None of this shit about me, you know, so it's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool that I'm like, being purposeful, you know.
It's also cool seeing you and Zion Williamson forming this relationship,
that's the homie,
man.
bro. You know, that's the homie, dog. That's the homie. I'm honored that he even acknowledged me to that level and hold me up that way. You know what I'm saying? Because dude in a big eye, and motherfucker come to the game with Jet Life jackets on and drop 40. Dunk on motherfuckers, doing all kinds. He did that fucking dunk against the Suns. Got the big fine, come over, give me the jersey and shit.
Woo.
Yeah, shit was cool.
You be at every Pelican. You be at every Pelicans
every
game.
Home game. Yeah, every home game. I've been thinking about traveling to one of their road games because it's been getting a little rough for us on the road.
Yeah.
He's enjoying watching this happen to me because it kind of shut me down. We lost to Boston yesterday. It was hurtful. Yeah, but it's all right. It's all right. I figure I'm gonna go catch one of their road games, probably when they play Phoenix again. Yeah. So I can see what's up with Chris Paul and see what Booker drive to the game.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I fuck with bro, because his car collection is cool, so I want to see what he bring to the game.
But how'd y'all even link? Just, you know, when he started playing for the Pelicans, you just felt like you gotta...
I just had the game.
Oh, okay.
And I guess after a while, he just was like, and then, you know, last year I did the warm-ups and shit for them. We did Jet Life apparel, and we did a collab with the Pelicans. We did like sweatsuits and warm-ups and shit for them. So at that point, he was already wearing the shit and just was like, oh, all right, where this came from? They're like, bro, and he's like, oh, all right. And then he fucked with me just musically anyway, so, and then I'm cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You meet me, like, you know, come on, dude, you know?
You're the coolest.
Yeah, you're gonna wear the jacket.
You got JD and Jet Life, man.
Yeah, all the time, too, bro. We brung him some shit. He applied the game immediately. I was honored. Yeah.
Touch on someone meeting JD. You put a tweet out a couple months ago. It's funny, you said it's crazy when you meet someone you thought was a Jedi your whole life, you have a conversation, you realize they never were.
Yeah, I do. You say a lot of cool stuff.
I can't go into that like that, but
I'm just saying no names.
Yeah, I can't go into it like that, but I mean, you know, that's just how I feel. Like I you know, cause I be thinking like I said, I don't be having people around me when I be making records. Like right now, like this record, like I said, I make all these records, me and him. We just the ones in the studio. B Cox, he here, he come in and, you know, but for the most part, this project has just been me and bro. So when I be making records, I be thinking that other producers be doing the same shit I'm doing. I be thinking they, you know, they tapped in and do shit the same thing, or they doing this and they doing that. And then when I have a conversation with them, I'm like,
exactly. That's what I said about us being cool. I done been around motherfuckers.
I'm like, damn, wait a minute. I thought you was a Jedi, like. And I mean, you know, cause I'm saying like niggas don't treat me like no Jedi, but they be treating these other guys like they Jedi.
Cause they act like it, nigga. That's what I keep telling you. You are like unaware. You just regular and chilling.
Nah, I'm Obi-Wan Kenobi. I put my hoodie on and I just go by my business.
You hear what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But that's why. That's why.
Nah, but that's how it is. I just feel you know. If I meet somebody that I feel like not that I meet them, or I talk to somebody that I feel like is like we are acting like he's a musical god and this person they did so much and da-da-da, and I have a conversation with them and they ain't up on shit that we talking about, I'm lost a little bit. Like, what? Wait a minute. And I be walking around and I be walking away it's fucked up because Twitter is the only person I can talk to because I don't even want to tell nobody else this. Like, yo, this nigga, man, you know what I mean? Like, I just don't, I don't know. And we was having a conversation like that last night. And I don't think it's a bad thing. Maybe it's not. Maybe I'm just a guy that's just like, I am hip hop.
Yeah.
Basically, right? If we 50, I am hip hop. I'm everything about hip hop. I study b-boying, I study graffiti, I study DJing, I study dancing, I study every aspect of hip hop. And one of the aspects of hip hop is to just be like this, just like that's why all these records are in here. It's just to sit here and do like this and read the credits and look and be like, oh, okay. Roger Troutman, Zap, and you do your own education, right? So when you doing all this and then you meet somebody and you like, I'm fucked up. I be like, yo, I thought dude was for real.
Yeah.
Like, oh, and then I start finding out niggas be having help and all this extra shit.
Associate producers?
I ain't gonna front though. I felt that same energy when I remember reading the credits on American Gangster, the work you did on Jay-Z's album, and like Fallen and Success. I'm like, wait, JD did that? Damn. Okay. Gotta give him his props.
I actually introduced No ID to Jay-Z. Like I took him with me to that session. When I was doing Fallen, I took No ID with me.
Wow.
They didn't even know each other.
Wow.
And No ID was in the corner while I was making that beat. He was in the corner with his headphones on making another beat. And Hov was like, what you got? And he was asking everybody around. There was a bunch of producers in the studio. He was like, what you got? And I was like, he got some shit, I'm telling you, watch. And he plugged that shit up, and next thing you know, they done made a whole album together.
Wow.
I mean, still,
Yeah.
No ID's he heard Kanye say this, so he definitely knew who he was, but this is the first time that they actually got a chance to like really connect like that.
Yeah, people forget that run where he did those records, you and Bow Wow and those smashes.
I mean, he said he came here specifically, that's why I say people don't come here to just get like what they already been doing. They come here to try to step out into a light that they haven't had.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Well, stepping into the light, man. Stepping into this project. Is this going to be like a series? I know we say it's going to have other EPs, but is it like volume 1, volume 2, or is it different names every?
Yeah, no. I think it's going to be volume 1, volume 2. We already got 3 volumes already put away.
Y'all know the name of the album, right?
Nah, we didn't even get the name.
Oh, okay. Well, let's make sure they understand what's going on.
Yeah, for motivational use only.
For motivational use only.
Yeah, I wanted to name it Quiet Giants at first, but then we settled in on that because that's exactly what it's for.
For motivational use only, volume 1. I'm motivated.
And Nick, it's all about
like it's self-help books. You got a problem, you're thinking about something, you throw this on. There's a self-help book. You know what I'm saying? Different volumes. It'll drop in volumes.
Nah, I think you do that a lot too, Currency. I mean, you and other rappers, it make me want to step my game up, see if I'm living right.
Yeah. Now that's what this is. Like, what instructions?
Yeah, like on your recent project on, you can't make this up. Instructions. Nah, like even recently on your latest project, you talking about like how you had the date is not the same as the date just. And I looked at my watch and I was like, damn, man, I gotta.
Yeah. You gotta have both options on your Rolex.
He's talking about he's giving away watches.
You just got that one bubble and it's not telling you exactly what the day is,
It made me feel bad, Currency.
You could just wait until you got the bread to get that one. That's all. That's why I said it.
Just called
because I get them sometimes. I get them, but I never can convince myself to keep them. Like in my watch box, I end up like giving it to the homie or something. It's like, nah, it's all good. Like, got the world in my nigga.
Oh, I should have worn the fucking whatchamacallit today.
You sure shut?
Yeah.
So I'm trying to get him to open the trunk with all his shots. I know it exists.
I got a Jacob that he wants.
I know it exists, bro. I'm trying to get him to bring all this shit out, bro.
I remember another lyric that you had. You said you found money in your pocket that you forgot that you had.
I found a Jacob and some bread.
Yeah.
And the apartment, I had to go and clear all this shit out of the apartment. I was just paying rent on the shit. And then I was like, all right, that's dumb, because I haven't been there in so long. Like, one of my homies was staying there for a while, so he kept it for like maybe a year or two, and then stopped, and then I started paying on it again. And I went to clean it out, and I found like my watch from Young Money, and some bread that I had. I don't know what I was putting it away for, but I found me a cool little piece. Yeah, I had a good summer when that happened. I said that on the Jim Jones record.
Yeah, it was like
and
10,000 or something
meant
like that.
it. Like I meant the fuck out of it. I was proud of myself too. I wore the watch in the video.
There you go.
Yeah. I said something the other day. Fake Short Drive had put up a clip of him and Lil Wayne on a tour bus.
Yeah,
it was like, this song's never come out. It's 2023. This song's never come out with Currensy and Wayne.
I'm in here,
People are fascinated by the fact of like, the early days of Young Money and you being with Wayne so close, and like that didn't work for you, but you building your own career. Like,
yeah, well, I mean, I knew what I wanted to do, and I knew that I couldn't do it under bruh umbrella the way I wanted to do it. I was gonna have to be Young Money. And if you rolling with somebody and the whole time you trying to build an empire and you got shit in your mind and you doing a disservice to them, like that's fake. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want nobody around me doing that. I'd rather you keep it 100 and I can help you get in position to do what you want to do, because you're not really gonna be able to help me because you thinking about doing other shit. So I just had to keep it 100 and was like, I gotta do my own shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why it wasn't no thing. And that's why when the other volume come out, you'll see what we sound like. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And before we get out of here, that better be on B-Dot's list, right?
It sounded good.
Hey man, whatever happened. It didn't bother me. It didn't bother me this year. I honestly expected continuance to be there, but I figured we came out so early.
Now there's a song.
Hey.
Let us speak, B-Dot.
No, there was a song because there's another list where you put songs.
Yes.
Wasn't there?
It wasn't there.
There's a verse where there's a list where you put verses. I was like, well, I know I showed up on somebody's shit, like even LeBron thought so. But not B-Dot. I'm like, well, you know what, man? It's all good. It's all good, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, he did say this gonna be this feels like one of the most anticipated rap records of the year.
It definitely is. We waited a long time to see you guys finally collaborate.
Make a list of those. Make a list of the most anticipated projects and be honest about it. And put us up at the top, man.
Word up. Word up.
Not that list matters, but the shit you kind of.
Nah, it do matter, by the way. Wait.
It rocked the boat.
Wait.
It do matter. To change your opinion, because as soon as you say something, motherfuckers go back up on the streaming things, like into like go back up into the countdowns. You know what I'm saying? Because even for the few lists that I did make, I saw continuous like show back up. And I was like, yeah, but dig, if this nigga B-Dot would have said it'd be back up like it just dropped.
The fight is fixed.
Bro ain't want, he ain't want to toss no bread my way. Like, it's just money. You literally just giving money away when you say that. Same thing I told him when he said, y'all know what this is. I'm like, you just gave me a big ass bag of money, my nigga, you don't even know. Like, thank you. But when you do that, that's what you doing. You giving motherfuckers, like, however much you get for 1 million streams in a month, you give them, like, 12 bands. You giving niggas, like, 12
That's what I'm saying. That's what I said. He just said that he was the most anticipated.
Took me off his Christmas bonus.
He got us on the list.
Just took me off the shit. And I guess it's because I just knew I was on it. Because you know what I did? I went looking for the disrespect. I was like, let me start at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? Of course. I'll be down there. And then I was like, oh, wait, no, I'm not at the bottom. Hey, man. Then I said, oh. Oh, shit, I just started taking everybody's phones. Stop, that's bullshit, man. You know what? That's bullshit, man.
Well, I don't think that's going to be the case this year,
Westside Gun said that was bullshit. That's bullshit. You don't fuck about being on no motherfucking list, nigga. This is Brazil, the jet life. We don't give a fuck about no list, nigga. Sell that crack.
And Jay didn't have to check you today either, so
that's all
Jay
good.
To check B-Dot too.
I mean, he started off right. He says like, anticipated record. I mean, like I said, when he came this time for us to finish this record, that's what I was telling him when he was walking down the hall. Like,
we gonna wrap it up.
I'm gonna keep posting this way so people really want to hear and see what's going on. But I want to say this to everybody out there that keeps saying I'm holding the music because they used to him putting the records out the way they put them out. Yeah. The only reason that's happened is because, like I said, this marketing thing that I'm doing and seeing this, I'm learning every time. Oh y'all want this type of song. Okay, y'all like this type of song. Okay, all right, so Let me go back in the studio and make this.
But the comments are changing to, all right, bruh. Enough with the cool posts. Like, at least give us a date.
Oh,
you know what I'm
we
saying?
got you. We got you.
They all saying that. I'm just out the way because I ain't never known nobody who went on tour with Michael Jackson. I never met nobody who was breakdancing in the Houdini video.
You know he dated Janet Jackson. I don't know if you know that.
You don't talk about nobody work.
Okay,
I wasn't tripping. I wasn't never tripping. I wasn't never tripping about that at all. I was like, damn, that's wild. You know.
Oh my God.
I was thinking about nobody's work. My bad.
It's all good. It's all good. It is what it is. It's a hell of a
y'all went
life.
straight at it because the motherfucker was on the wall and shit. Y'all went for it and I was like, damn, I knew this nigga for 2 years. I ain't never said nothing about none of that shit. Y'all boys came in here and went straight at it.
Well, y'all know what this is, man. Rap Radar Podcast. We
Straight
appreciate
up.
you
Come
guys,
on, man.
man.
Motivational use only.
This is the start. This is the start.
All right, that's right. That's right. That's the start of it right there. Holy shit.
It's the
One of
start.
the most anticipated.
Yeah.
Make that list, B-Dot. Get it right.
Get it right.
Now y'all make your own list, man. Don't worry about that, man. You know what I mean? Make your own
Don't
list.
let that shit count, man. It's all good, man. I'm just glad I was able to roll some joints up in here.
Yes, sir.
Everything was cool, man. Last time I couldn't smoke. It was cool
Jets,
to have
baby.
JD get some shit out the way too.
Yeah.
He needed to inform some people of some shit. Did we touch on the fact that he was the first rap artist on MTV Cribs?
I think we might have.
Did y'all? I think we did
No,
that
we didn't
before we
say
sat
that. We
down.
didn't talk about that.
But yeah, that was before we got back on. Now that we're mic'd up. Now that we're mic'd up, let's address it.
And what did you say? He
That's
said
why
on the
it
beat
stuck with me.
In the episode, what did he say?
That's
that was on the
exactly
episode.
why.
Well, he said, you ain't gotta. He had to bottle Cristal and show the Bentley. He said, if you ain't got one, you ain't a baller, you ain't got one of these.
Not a big dog.
Big dog.
Everybody says they're a big dog. You don't have one of these, you're not a big dog. The reason that stuck with me is because he was the first rapper on MTV Cribs. I had been watching MTV Cribs, but this motherfuckers, it's Shaq. You know what I'm saying? Hulk Hogan. Yeah. I'm like, all right. But then it was fucking a nigga with an iceberg sweater and a sideways hat and a do-rag.
Yeah.
So I'm like, hold on, niggas can do this. Like, all right, man, let's go.
Oh my
So,
God.
and then look how shit worked, bro.
Amazing.
I told y'all before, I lied to my mom and told my mom I was with Master P to explain why they had a Range Rover in front of my house because my homies was doing some wild shit and they had a Range Rover at the crib when there shouldn't have been one. I was like, no, I've been hanging out with Master P. And that wasn't the truth. But then lo and behold, I started hanging out with Master P.
Made it right.
Now, I saw that fucking MTV Crib, the shit stuck with me.
Yep.
All right? I imagined shit like this. Even when I was with Young Money, we shot a video with Lil Wayne and Avant, and bro was on there. He did the record and shit, and I was like, I think maybe I'll fucking be around dude, you know what I'm saying? That'll be fucking cool, you know, but it just wasn't my time.
Yeah.
And then when I mentioned him, when I named the record after him, I still didn't think that because I figured it was too far gone at that point. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, now I'm underground. I done carved my niche out, and bro exists on another planet, so it's cool. I'ma just say something because everybody saw this, and now I know, you know what I'm saying, like why it stuck is because it was the first time a rapper was on MTV Cribs.
Yeah.
Like, just Cribs in itself was groundbreaking because you got to see motherfuckers to see if they really had money.
Yeah, how they live.
You know, like, I think Hulk Hogan's rich. This nigga got jet skis in the back of his house and a Dodge Viper and a monster truck. All right, Hulk Hogan rich. So it's like, no, all right, money ain't a thing. You know what I'm saying? Video shoot over, baby. What's up? All that shit was in the road, nigga. I'm like, all right, man, that's my fucking dog right there.
Yeah.
I ain't give a fuck no more. Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, motherfucker had to have that shit after that.
I told you I only knew the Rob Report because of JD said that's the only thing you used to read, right, JD?
Yeah, that's all I used to read. It's like, it's crazy because it's like when Biggie said in the Real Niggas Do Real Things, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he said, I bought the mafia a crib, of pool tables and candy. He talking about that. He talking about my house.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Because that's what people used to come over my house and, like you say, they used to come over my house. They see these books, and I used to have candy just out, and I had the pool table and all the video games. Right? That's what you came to.
Yeah.
And that's what, like, when Big first came in, we did the B-side. He was blown away. Like, like, I ain't know niggas could have this type of shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's when I started realizing how different Atlanta was as far as the way black people lived out here compared to where other cities was going.
Square
Not
footage.
just New York, not just New York, just period.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and that's when because I didn't never know why more and more people was moving to Atlanta. They were saying, I want my kids to move there, da-da-da-da. Even when, like, Menace to Society at the end of the movie, they
Kane got his whole fucking chest
Yeah.
blown off trying to go to Atlanta.
Yeah.
Had my nigga running in place on the porch. He came out with such force. Nigga, them guns had that boy running in place.
Oh, man.
They wasn't even gonna hit Lil Andy. Dude, the fucking little
big
big
little
wheel
kid.
was way under the thing. Them niggas was hitting that Jew, brother.
Yeah.
They tore his ass up. And they hit the positive dude. Spun Sharif around.
Really positive, brother.
My fault,
Rest in
yeah.
peace,
You know how I
I
get.
done hit the movie switch.
Yeah, you know how I get.
That boy
They spun Sharif around. Damn, I'm sorry.
Oh, man.
Fuck.
The hunt is on.
Damn, bro. The hunt is on. Damn, and you are the prey. God damn, Rock got that nigga killed. Rock fucking spoke that shit into existence. Rock got that nigga smoked. That's crazy. All right, then. Rap radar.
You got the greatest movie? What's the greatest black movies? Give me a top 5 greatest black movies.
Oh man, Superfly, because he's the only one who won. 1972, the real one.
Yeah.
He did, only thing he lost
They one in the
was
end.
his fake best friend. Eddie wasn't really his partner. That's it.
Fuck Eddie.
All right. The Mac was cool, but they fucking, his mom got smoked and shit. So no. Superfly, Truck Turner with Isaac Hayes. Boys in the Hood, so sorry, because, we lose Ricky there, but we see a fucking cold-ass set of lowriders, so that stuck with me forever. Tales from the Hood.
That's your top 5?
Yeah, Tales from the Hood. And JD's Revenge was a better black horror movie? Because look, at my top 5 covered each genre.
Oh, okay, all right. Okay,
Covered each kind.
Okay, I got you.
And before he gets upset,
Revenge.
The Wiz with Michael Jackson. All right, there you go. There, fuck.
JD's Revenge might work. You JD's Revenge. That's
Yeah,
a
you
little
should
title
probably.
for
It's a
you.
new album title.
Hey, you should do something.
You tired of it?
But in the meantime,
This is
motivational use
JD's
only.
Revenge right here.
There we go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? From motivational use only.
Motivational Use Only.
Yeah, it is.
Spitta, JD, thank you guys. Appreciate
Come
it.
on, man.
So, thank y'all for coming
Honored.
Death.
Yeah.
Rap Radar Podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.